Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Saturday and welcome back to our Wicca 101 class. We are beginning our chakras unit today and we will be focusing on the root chakra. Now, simply put, a chakra is an energy center of your body. There are a great number of chakras of varying size within yourself, but generally speaking, when people are referring to chakras, they are talking about the 7 main chakras that are all aligned with your spine. Chakras function much the same way an internal organ of your body does. All of our organs have specific functions and they work in concert to keep us alive. The same principle holds true for chakras. Now, I want to briefly mention both the meridians of traditional Chinese medicine and auras, and you'll see why I'm getting at this in just a moment. The meridians, if you look at the charts of them in Chinese traditional medicine, they bear a strong resemblance to blood vessels or to our nervous system. And what I have concluded from this is that the meridians are transporting energy between chakras and throughout your entire body. And then the aura, which is the energy field many of us are related to, it is emanated from within our bodies and it functions like a skin. I think the chakras, the meridians, and the aura are 3 different systems and understandings of energy that, while independently developed and understood, I believe to be components of a greater whole. Now, the reason why I want to focus specifically on chakras is because if your chakras are in good working orders, then that also means by extension that your meridians are flowing properly, and then your aura will also be in a good condition. Now, one criticism that sometimes gets floated around is the idea that chakras are specific to Hinduism and therefore have no bearing on a pagan practice that stems from Western and Northern European traditions. Now, if someone has a purely subjectivist outlook on spirituality and probably life in general, I can see how being of that mindset would make someone more inclined to hold that opinion. But this is what I would say to refute it. It is not a question, and it really doesn't matter where the idea of chakras stem from. What the question really is whether or not these energy centers exist. And if they do exist, they therefore exist in all human people, not just those who happen to practice Hinduism. Therefore, it is possible to consult the lore that has been learned and handed down about chakras and integrate that into our spiritualities without having to take the further step of converting to a different religion or having to incorporate that religion and fuse it with our own. Now, in past classes and in other video series on this channel, I have frequently emphasized the fact that witches have special needs when it comes to self-care and with maintaining our health, both physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Learning about our chakras and working with them is one of the ways that we can keep ourselves in better health. So, let us begin. The root chakra is located at the base of your spine, and it serves as the foundation of the main chakras of the body, but it also is the foundation of the energy that is rooted in some of our deepest survival instincts: fight or flight, sense of safety, security, the life force within us all, and our capacity to ground. It is through this chakra that we can pull up energy from the very earth upon which we sit and meditate. This energy can open, cleanse, activate, and balance the root chakra and all of the chakras on upwards. This is why witches really need to take care of themselves, and starting with the root chakras and making sure that it's functioning the way that it should. Whether we are drawing upon our own personal energy, or if we are tapping on natural energies around us, or if we are seeking aids from the gods, any energy that we can detect, channel, program will be flowing through our chakras. If we have a blocked or an unhealthy chakra system, it will compromise our ability to wield magic, among other things. The question then becomes, how can we tell the difference between a healthy root chakra and an unhealthy root chakra? Now, thankfully, there are common symptoms that we can look to make an assessment. To begin with, a healthy root chakra will be signified by having a reasonable degree of good physical health, sound financial management, having healthy survival instincts, neither being too paranoid nor too lax, and having a general sense of happiness and contentment with regards to your domestic sphere. By contrast, an unhealthy root chakra, there will be physical health issues, particularly to do with bones, blood, and your immune system. Financial difficulties are common, mental illness, especially depression, and an all-around dysfunctional home life. Now, of course, these are just symptoms that can indicate the status of your root chakra. But to get further confirmation, what you can do is visualize your root chakra in meditation and allow images to come to you. A healthy root chakra will be bright red that's spinning, neither so fast that it seems to be losing control, nor too slow that it seems sluggish. But an unhealthy root chakra will likely appear to be a dull red and probably not moving very effectively. Now, once we have an idea of the condition of our root chakra, next we need to consider how to maintain its health or how to rebalance it so we can be healthy. Just as we must eat, drink, exercise, and sleep regularly to be physically healthy, we also need to regularly attend to our chakras. When we are in need of healing, it will take a process that involves time and effort, just as it takes time to heal from physical illness or injury. So let's talk about a few of the practical steps we can take. Now, beginning with the physical, the main thing is to take care of our bodies. And now I'm not talking about whatever fad diet is currently trending that people are trying to persuade you is the secret of good health. I have lived long enough to see many permutations of the ideal diet come and go. I specifically recall people who I were in the congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses in which I grew up. And it seems like whatever fad or trend it was, whether it had to do with health or allergies or medical conditions or exercise, whatever it was, they fell for it hook, line, and sinker, right on cue every single time. And they never appeared to be any better off than what they were before. So, what I have observed is it has led me to believe that going to extremes or listening to whatever the loudest voice is talking about, that isn't going to be the answer for good health, not for our bodies and not for our chakras. But eating sensibly over a long period of time, getting a reasonable amount of exercise, that is going to lead to better results and more long lasting results. Now, obvious for specifics about what you need as far as your diet and exercise is involved, that's where you should consult a nutritionist and a doctor. But most of us should probably exercise more, and we can start simply by taking walks. That doesn't require gym membership. It doesn't require buying expensive equipment. It doesn't mean exposing ourselves to the eyes of the masses. It just means taking a little bit of effort on our parts. If we just got into the habit of taking a walk in the evening after dinner, which is probably an achievable goal for most people, we would soon find that we were all around feeling better. It's not going to be a rapid amount of weight loss or anything, but it's going to be something that improves ourselves physically. Now, on the financial front, we can take a sober look at our income and our expenses. Sometimes just writing things down, looking at it in black and white, it can clarify our thinking and help us adopt a more practical mindset. See where there's areas that we could stand to cut back on, and that can improve the financial health. Making wise investments, which is, of course, consult professionals about. I am not a financial advisor and blah, 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 all the gobbledygook that you've got to say on social media these days. Moving on, but thinking about our long-term well-being and money matters, that is going to benefit us a lot more. And because it will get us into the habit of forming prudent habits. Now, if we are unemployed, what we should probably do is take the first available job we are offered, even as a temporary measure, because that puts us on better footing. Even a small paycheck is better than no paycheck at all. Now, the root chakra is not called root for nothing. Activities like gardening, where we literally are digging around in the dirt, it improves its condition, as can just spending more time outdoors, in nature, walking barefoot if possible. This can be especially beneficial if we meditate while outdoors. We can allow those energies into our systems and allow them to flow out. If you recall one of the energy exercises I suggested earlier in this class series, is to sit on the ground, to draw up energy from the earth through our receptive hands, push it through our systems, allow it to exit out through our projective hand, and form this kind of energetic circle. This can lead to a purification of our own energy, and we become more attuned to the natural world in general. And it helps us realize that we are part of the necessary ebb and flows of energies within nature. We are not a parasite that only consumes. We put energy back into the system in a variety of ways. Another thing we can do while meditating is to visualize roots growing out from the root chakra and into the earth, and then enjoy the sensation of being safely anchored. We can then pull up energy through those roots to either activate the root chakra if it's too slow or calm it if it's moving too fast. We can wear red or meditate on the color red to help activate the chakra, or we could wear black or meditate on the color black if we are seeking to balance this chakra. There are musical compositions specifically meant to heal the root chakra that we can listen to, and those can be quite helpful, as can guided meditations that do specifically focus on the root chakra. You could try repeating mantras such as I am safe during your meditations to help heal any damage to your root chakra. It also helps if we work towards becoming more self-sufficient in general. If we are more self-sufficient as people, if we have the skills and the knowledge that we know will enable us to survive, that gives us reason to have confidence in ourselves, that we are going to be able to take care of ourselves, we will be able to figure things out, and that can prevent or alleviate feelings of insecurity, hopelessness, and fear, all of which goes to healing the root chakra. Now for our homework for June 4th through June 10th. Number 1, assess the condition of your root chakra. Is it balanced or unbalanced? Try to identify what is causing an imbalance and then create a plan to address those issues. Be prepared for this to be a sustained effort. If you are in a balanced condition with your root chakra, think about how you are going to be able to maintain this. 2, do your research. Learn more about techniques to heal your root chakra or how to maintain its health, depending on what is most fitting for your circumstances. And then 3, journal about your results. What has worked for you? What hasn't? This helps you know yourself. It helps you have a better idea of things that are going to be productive for you to try. And that will, over the long term, help you become a better practitioner, and it will help keep your energy centers functioning the way they are supposed to. So that will do it for this week. Next week, come back because we will be talking about the sacral chakra. But in the meantime, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, let me know in the comments section below, or better yet, come see us on Discord at Blackbird's Brew. If you come there and you click on the link in the description box below to join us, you go to the site, you will be able to see that there is a channel called Study Hall. I specifically set that aside to not only post a copy of this week's Wicca 101 assignments, but also for you to ask questions, address concerns. And if you would like to set up a time to talk one-on-one through the voice channel, we can also do that there. So let me know if I can be helpful to you. But in the meantime, I will see you in the next one. Bye.